If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
I think I'm going to introduce you because I reached out to you. I was like, hey, you should be on this podcast because you got a lot of good shit going on.
We got a little bit happening, yeah.
A little bit. Well, without further ado, Keith, will you please introduce yourself to 62 countries and 754 cities worldwide, who you are?
Don't get nervous.
Yeah, not at all, right? All right, so my name's Keith Gimme, as in the shortened form of Give Me.
Gimme,
I've
gimme, gimme.
heard all the jokes, made up quite a few myself. Many people have tried to make new ones and have failed.
Yes.
So right now I have a full-time trade position as an apartment maintenance technician, to where I go around and I fix ACs, minor electrical issues, plumbing. I'm basically a stationary handyman for the apartment community I work for. And then on the side, I am the president and co-founder of the Community Barbecue Club. And what we are is a social organization centered around barbecue, where every month we'll do a class for our members where we teach some sort of aspect of barbecue. Last one we did was how to grill hot dogs and hamburgers. Seems pretty basic to most folks, but we still manage to teach somebody something new each time. And then additionally, each month we try to do a community service event where we get out in the community and try to do something good for either a person or a group of people. And those are funded by the club and the memberships that we have there. Last one we did, we went over to a neighbor's house. They've got a lot of health problems, cancer survivors, that kind of thing. She is a lady with limited mobility, but she likes to garden for her stress relief. But that garden had become overgrown with weeds and grass and whatever. So we took a couple guys over there and we stripped her garden back down to bare earth and got it to a place where she could actually get out there and work it and relieve a lot of stress that she does. Another thing that we've done is we have fed 52 people in the foster care system, 7 families, children and adults. We cooked up 6 pork shoulders and donated it to the families. And again, that was free of charge for them. That's just us trying to relieve stress and make life easier where we can. And then the third part of the club is we have local partnering businesses here in the area, such as Singletree and you guys with Minutes Wisely, where if you're a card-carrying member of our club, you can go in those establishments and get a discount off of that establishment's choosing.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
So that's the version of the community.
Who came up with the name Community?
That was me.
Yeah, I love that name. It's freaking sick.
Yeah, so it's the 2 main focuses of the club are barbecue and community service.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
Put the 2 of them together.
How long have you been doing this?
The community was started about a year ago now. A lot of it came from military service and what drives us from that. Speaking to guys who have been there, we join the military to serve our nation.
Yes.
we volunteered to put, or for at least the potential to put lives on the line, to take hits, to absorb damage that we wouldn't want to come to our country. But the thought with that is, if we're willing to go that far and do that much, why should that last just the few short years that we're actually in the service? Why can't we take that mentality and carry it on through the rest of our time while we're here in the nation? Yeah, we take our service to defend the nation seriously, but that doesn't mean our service to the nation has to stop there.
Nope.
Yes, correct.
If we step up with that heart, if we were truly honest about why we signed up and we signed up to serve, then we are still that same person we were then, just a little older now.
Yeah. Is a community, is that a 501c3?
It is not, no. It is a for-profit.
It's a for-profit, right on.
Nice.
And also, I want to bring up that you guys so kindly agreed to barbecue for our fundraiser on September 7th.
Yep, we'll be there with Single Tree. He's going to be doing a whole hog cook on one of his smokers, and we'll be out there probably with some chicken or some hamburgers or hot dogs or whatever to help boost that.
Well, if you go check out his wall, you will see Fleek on the wall, and you also see me on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So on the wall of valor,
The wall
we
of
are both
shame.
on that. We are both there.
Nice.
So you started with what you're doing now, which is great. Where are you from, dude?
So I was born in a town called Rolla, Missouri, which is in the
Oh yeah, I know where
southeast
that is.
in the Ozarks. Yep. I was born there, spent a couple of years there as a child, and then family moved to Bethalto, Illinois, which is near East St. Louis on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River. Dad worked for a company called Olin, which is a small arms ammunition manufacturer. He's a mechanical engineer and helped design those rounds and do some stuff there. So I grew up in Bethalto, which is a little small community, probably no more than a couple thousand folks there. Then in junior high, about the 7th grade, we moved down to a town called Marion, which is famous for its federal penitentiary, which is also next to Carbondale, which is famous for Southern Illinois University.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So graduated from high school down there. Signed up for the Illinois National Guard. Went to basic between my junior and senior year. And then went back to finish my AIT as a field artilleryman after I graduated. Spent a couple of years in the Guard. Tried to go through the college route. Realized that I was too young and angsty and too full of energy and didn't want to sit there and study. So then I went active duty. When I went active duty, I chose South Korea as my first duty station. They gave me that option. I was there for maybe 4 to 5 months before deploying to Ar Ramadi, Iraq for my first tour. After that year long, about 13 months, I believe, we provided indirect fire support for Marine and other coalition operations going on there in the country. Then came back to Fort Carson, Colorado following that deployment, and I was then sent over to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Once I got to Fort Campbell and in process, I was with the 1st of 320th Field Artillery and deployed back to Iraq for my second tour, which was in Baghdad. And there we provided outer perimeter patrol for the base that we were on there. Just going around checking out the perimeter and the little townships around the base and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure everything was nice and kosher. Came back to Fort Campbell and decided I was tired of field artillery. And so then I reclassed over to become a 19 Delta, which is a cavalry scout. Long and short of that is just you're the guy for the armor who goes out, tries to find the best routes for armor to get in and out of an area, find bad guys, let everybody know where he's at, that kind of stuff. And then deployed to my third and final tour back to Iraq, where we lived out in a town called Ghazaliya, which is just north of Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed out there on a fob, and we conducted patrol operations out of that base for a little while. Then we came back and Had some pretty good training during that time. We were gearing up for another deployment to Afghanistan, and I was coming up on the end of my enlistment and went ahead and chose to get out because I was just not going to say bored, but I was ready for something different.
Yep.
So after I got out, after 9 years, I then joined up with Triple Canopy, which is a private
You
sector.
worked for Triple Canopy?
I worked with Triple Canopy for
Nice.
a year in Kuwait as a force protection officer. A little bit. Yeah.
I bet you made some money, dude. I try to work for TC, man, and I wasn't SF enough. I was just a grunt
Yep.
machine gunner, and I didn't make it. I didn't make the cut for Triple Canopy.
Well, yeah, I wasn't really SF or anything special or fancy either, but they needed base guards for entry control points and tower guards, things of that nature. So I wasn't running any PSD operations or
Right.
anything like that. So during the first few months there as the force protection officer, I then went to the field training officer course that they were running, and then became an instructor to train new guys who were coming in to provide security operations there.
Sweet.
Yep. Then was in Kuwait there for a year. Came back stateside in about 2012, where I started working for the Home Depot and started off just basic lumber guy. This is where your board is, and I swept the floor. Worked my way up to be the receiving department supervisor there, which sounds more fancy than it really was. Just unloaded trucks and stuck a pallet here and there. Then I went to a school called ITT Technical Institute.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
ITT, really? Holy
yeah,
shit!
not my greatest decision ever.
I remember the commercials for
Yes,
ITT. Holy
right.
Yeah,
shit!
What did you
yeah, that was.
what did you study there?
I studied drafting and design technologies.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how you run, CAD programs and computer modeling for construction or for mechanical parts and this, that, and the other. Um, that was a degree mill, we'll say, to be nice. They wanted to graduate as many people as they possibly could, and it was again a for-profit institution, so they cared more about getting you in there and getting you out as opposed to actually teaching you anything.
Right.
Like all the exams were open book. I mean, a lot of the answers were pulled out of direct text from the book. So if you knew how to work an index, you could pass with honors, which I did. um, so yeah, not the greatest use of my GI Bill, unfortunately.
Hey, I'm looking at
But when
your.
you're young and antsy, and yeah,
I'm looking at your. I'm on your Facebook page right now. You got this real cool picture. You have a screaming high and tight, and it looks like you're looking through an optic on a 240 Gulf.
240 Bravo.
240 Bravo. Sorry, we use Gulfs. Wow, yeah, that's pretty. Hey guys, he's pretty badass right there. As a machine gunner, I salute you, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah, that was one of those bored in the tower taking cool guy photo pics.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
who's going to explain the difference between a Golf and a Bravo?
Keith, you want to take that, or do you want me to take it?
They're very, very minimal. The 240 Bravo is more of a pick up and move,
Yep.
where the Golf is more stationary or vehicle mounted.
And then you've got the Echo with the butterfly instead of the trigger.
You also have the Charlie, which
And the
is the
Charlie,
Y,
yeah.
and those are included in tanks and Bradleys and that kind of thing.
But I'm glad you got. Did you get to shoot that a lot?
I got to shoot quite a bit of it. Yep.
Die motherfucker die. Die motherfucker die. Die motherfucker die. That's how you depress it, and you release after you say die the last time. Pick 'em deep, baby. Pick 'em deep.
Yep. So after the Home Depot, I joined a company called U.S. Lumber, which is a
Oh yeah.
supplier for specialty building products, mostly like lumber and sheet plastics and that sort of thing. And they actually supplied the Home Depot, which is how I found out about them. So I went more from retail, then into supply management. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Then then I was married at the time. Went back to southern Missouri, south of St. Louis, in a town called Festus, which is in Jefferson County down there, where I worked for Easter Fence and Deck, to where I was actually did construction of fences and decks and that sort of thing. Then got divorced,
Sorry.
and my decision. Then then came back to Tennessee. Um, Stayed down here with U.S. Lumber again, and then they sent me up to Louisville, Kentucky, to a branch they had just acquired, and I went up there and helped them get organized and laid things out. And then COVID hit, and my position as an operations manager trainee was no longer profitable during that time period. So they said, "Thanks for hanging out. You can either be a forklift driver again for $16 an hour, or you can go back to Nashville and be a forklift driver there." I was like, "Well, everybody I know is down in the Nashville, Hendersonville area, so see you, bye." So I left them and went back to the Nashville area. Was with U.S. Lumber for about another month after that before I got into apartment maintenance through a family contact, and that's where I've been ever since.
Heck yeah. How many different
Wow.
apartment complexes? Just one? Or do you move around?
So my first company was with Pegasus Residential, which is a third-party management. So they manage properties that they do not own. So there's an actual owner, and they hire Pegasus to run it and manage it. And then me as a maintenance guy, I go from property to property. I'm no longer with Pegasus. I now work at a property where it's managed by the owners themselves, so it's a lot more stable that way.
Yeah.
I've worked new construction, old construction. I've done what they call due diligence walks, where they sent me down to Texas with a team to check out a high rise that a potential customer was going to be purchasing. We walked through that with a fine tooth comb and told the potential buyer that this probably wasn't a smart buy, and they had ended up agreeing with us. So that was a win for us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey Keith, let's go back to your deployment to Ramadi, because I was there and I was just wondering where were you guys, where was the battery, where were you guys located?
We were actually on the post. Um, we
You were
weren't
at
too
Camp
far.
Ramadi,
Uh-huh. We weren't too far from Shark Base.
so you were right here.
Yep, there was a big open field that we set up our housers in there.
Okay.
How's your hearing today?
What?
Huh? Huh?
So I figured.
No, don't worry. The tinnitus isn't military related.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
right. Just like my degenerative neck and back from carrying that heavy pack. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Are you you going to the VA? Do you you get to see them and they taking care of you?
Yeah, for the most part. The facility down here in Murfreesboro is a pretty good place. I can get in there and get
Oh,
the
Alvin,
appointment.
New York. I live
Oh
like
yeah,
500 500 yards away is Alvin, New York from where I live. Like it's right over there.
yeah. You're not too far from me then.
Where do you live?
You know where Donut Country is on Memorial?
Yeah.
Yeah, back there.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
are
right down the
close.
street. Yeah. But no, I've got a 90% disability rating. I've got 4 degenerative discs in my back, along with a
Oh,
bulging nerve cluster.
so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay.
I have taken 3 ambulance trips to the ER between the time I got out and now, where I was on the floor and could not get up.
Oh my God.
The last episode I had, I was living in a 21-foot travel trailer by myself, which I loved that life, by the way. But I had tweaked something in my back when I was sleeping. I woke up about 3 in the morning, and I had to roll myself off of a raised queen bed to then essentially just throw myself onto the floor to then try to crawl over to the door to unlock it so that way somebody could come in and help out.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a interesting experience.
And they
Oh,
won't give you your last 10%, man. What's up with that?
that's the hardest to get, man. That's the hardest to get.
Yeah.
Man, I went through what are they called?
VSO.
Yes.
Who'd you go through, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm actually not going to call them out
Okay.
because I don't have a very good experience there.
Do I know him? Do we know him?
Good possibility.
Okay.
Let-
I know who you're talking about then. If that's the guy, I know who he is.
Let's just say before I submitted this claim for my back, I had gone through all my records myself. I had made copies of everything. I had a packet about maybe an inch, inch and a half thick. Everything highlighted, everything in chronological order, all
Damn.
supporting information. So that way, if a reviewer just had to look at the packet and be like, and you could just follow it time
Yeah.
for time for time. I wrote a summary sheet, personal statement, all this kind of stuff. I took it in there to this guy, and he's like, "No, you don't need this. You don't need that. You don't need this." And just tried to scan stuff in. He's like, "No, they already have this. They already have that." I'm like, "You're messing up the entire story I just had all laid out, nice and perfect." And yeah, so I think that's what that didn't help my.
Are you appealing? Are you going to appeal in the future?
No, not right now. I mean, I'm maybe later, but the problem is if I start having somebody come back and take another look at it, they might decide for some reason or another that I don't need the 90%. And so I don't want to risk going backwards just to try to gain 10 more percent.
I was actually just talking about this with Fleek before you got on. Is that one of my buddies, Scout Sniper in Ramadi, got a Purple Heart there, Purple Heart in Afghanistan. He got out and the VA gave him 80%. Well, his VSO messed up the paperwork. They took 70% away from him, and now he is actually fighting to get that 70% back. Which and now I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, so I've got enough going on in my life right now as it is. I don't need another fight like that just yet.
All right.
Damn. Well, good luck. I hope you get it, man.
Yeah.
So community. Okay. So you're doing the 7th with Fleek and Singletree. You got any more events like coming up on the horizon?
Yeah, we do have a calendar. I think I might have pushed it out to you guys. The big one we're looking forward to is in October 11th, and that's where we have Chef Philip Dell coming down, and he's going
Oh
to be
yeah,
doing a
I did
class
see
for us.
that.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about that. We don't have the full details locked in on that one yet, but Philip Dell has been a chef in Las Vegas for a few years. He's been on the Food Network. He's been doing this his entire life. Competes in barbecue competition circuits. Is sponsored by some big name people in the barbecue world. So we're really excited to have him come down and be our first big headliner.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if there's people in the community in Middle Tennessee that want to join community, is that something that's possible? Do you take other people in?
Yeah, no, we'll take anybody in. Like I said, we're a social organization first,
Yeah.
right? So we have that stuff we were talking about earlier with the classes. We have the community events that we do. We have the discounts. We have a public Facebook page, which is what you guys see a lot of our stuff coming through on. But we also have a private members group on
Oh
Facebook
yeah.
as well. And that private members group is strictly just for card carrying club members who have the memberships through our club. And that is a source where you can then network with other barbecue enthusiasts and ask questions and gain access to knowledge that you wouldn't get otherwise. I mean, you got to figure if you've ever looked into barbecue classes, they cost anywhere from $75 up to $5,000 for a weekend or two, or even just for an hour. But with this private group that we have, we've got experienced competitors, we've got experienced cooks, and then we've got guys who are picking up their very first spatula. And that guy who's picking up his first spatula doesn't know what he's doing. he can jump into this private group that we have and be like, hey, how do I best season this steak in order to get the best steak in the world? And that's where the competitor who's been doing this for 30 some odd years goes, hey, here's, you do X, Y, Z. And it's just the free information flow back and forth.
That's really cool, man.
How do people,
Memberships are $150 annually. So your membership lasts for a year. We do have a website. It's QUE-MUNITY.com.
I'm
Yep.
on it right now.
And there you can really see who we are, who our local partners are. You can access our T-shirts and hats and tumblers and such. And there's also a membership page there
Yep.
where you can then see what membership truly entails and have an option to purchase a membership at the bottom.
That's cool. Welcome. I will be signing up probably September 1st
Excellent.
when I get my VA disability money. So,
Looking forward to it.
I'm psyched. I love barbecue. I mean, I love Charlie and Singletree. I love Mission Barbecue. They have actually Fleek and I were both members of this VFW post that we started.
Right.
And in Mission Barbecue in Murfreesboro, they actually have a picture of me, but they also have a VFW 12206 cover, which is the post that Godfather down there and myself helped to found.
Nice.
So it was a very, very good post for 3 years, and all American, all state. I mean, everything was good. We actually used to meet at Singletree Barbecue.
All American, all state every year, except 1 year.
Yeah. So yeah.
I wonder who took that one over.
The last year we didn't make it because 215 members that I had signed up just didn't want to sign up again. And
are you familiar with the Smokebox Grill Shop down there by the American Red Cross?
Dude, I love that dude. Love that guy.
Lewis Kemp and his family, they are probably the greatest representatives of Murfreesboro.
Dude, I met him for the first time when I was delivering, when I was a biomedical transport specialist for the Red Cross. And so I was loading up this box of blood and all this other stuff to take it down to Nashville. And there's some guy, he's grilling. Yep. And I'm like, damn, this shit smells fucking amazing. So I'm like, before I go down to Nashville, I walk up there and I talk with him, and I tried one of his wings, and it was fantastic. Oh my God. Amazing.
Lewis is one of the co-founders of the community as well. And that's where we hold all our classes in his shop.
He's great. Is he a veteran?
He is not. But we do have a third co-founder, which is Patrick Miller. And Patrick is a military intelligence veteran for the Army.
Ooh.
So we are a veteran-owned organization.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, military intelligence. It's like an oxymoron. Just kidding. Hey, my S2 guys weren't the brightest of the bulbs either. So.
Well, this guy speaks more languages than I do, so I'm not going to insult his intelligence.
Hey, if he can learn Gaelic, which I'm studying right now, hats off to him. Okay, because fucking Gaelic is hard as shit. I've been doing it for 134 days, and it is just, French, Latin, Greek, no problem. Gaelic, very, very hard. So what are you, German? Gimme?
Yep. It traces its roots to Germany and France and back in that region.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. That's awesome, man.
My mom's side is mostly Dutch and Polish.
Okay.
Dad's side comes from Germany, France, in that area.
Are you Alsatian, German, French? You don't know? Okay.
I have no idea.
Sorry.
I don't trace my lineage back that far. It's not really. I look more as what I have to do tomorrow.
No, dude, that's good. I'm sorry. I'm retired, and so all I have, I actually am really big. I'm a history nerd when it comes to the Romans and the Greeks, philosophers, all that kind of stuff. But Um, I just actually put in my application for the Jamestown Society, which
Mhm.
Jamestown, obviously one of the first colonies
Right.
of this here United States. And two of my ancestors on my mom's side and my dad's side were both in Jamestown in 1637, which
Nice.
I think that's cool. Well, and one of them is Benjamin Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
And that means I am kin to Benjamin Harrison, who signed the Declaration of Independence. He is on my mom's side. And I think I thought that was really cool when I found that out.
Yeah, I think the only real notable ancestor that I have, for lack of a better word, is Nathaniel Bedford Forrest.
No way, really?
He was on my grandmother's, her maiden side of the family.
Dude, that's cool. That's very cool.
My grandmother's last name was Forrest, and it tracks back to that guy.
He's a great general. I mean, yeah, he gets a lot of shit for what for
He,
what
he was a he was a extremely smart tactician,
yeah, definitely. That's what I've heard too.
very ruthless as well. I mean, yeah, very ruthless individual.
I've heard that too. Yeah, dude, that's really cool that you're related to Nathaniel Bedford Forrest. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, who does your website? It's pretty clean.
Patrick and I both share responsibility on that.
Oh, Mr. Bruise is part of your
Yep.
Yep.
partner.
Fleek, you're an IT guy. Come
Nice.
on, let's get something like that for Minutes Wisely. Or well, you're no, just kidding. Your your site is awesome. It's very
Thank
easy.
you.
When I send it to people, people don't ask me like how to do this. All I have to say, I give them the TSP, they go down, pick a date, boom. I don't have to explain anything to them.
Mhm.
Well, I'm always tweaking it, trying to find different things to do.
You're
It's I try to keep it simple,
no, it's
just
great.
a couple
It's very
pictures
user
that we
friendly.
help out, and I need to put a calendar or event. I need to work on my events,
Oh yeah, for like
like
future
calendar.
planning.
Yeah, so like if somebody wants to figure out what's going on, or if anybody's interested in like a
Yeah.
game, or like I can have my games out there.
Keith, I have to ask you, man. You know, you're Army soldier.
Yep.
Thank you for your service. You're a grill master. Are you into scuba diving at all? I have to ask.
Uh-oh.
Have an interest. I have an interest, but I haven't actually done it.
Okay, then I'm signing you up. Next July, I'm taking veterans, 5 of them, to
Mhm.
Panama City to learn how to scuba dive. And I'm a rescue diver. I already did this last month with 2 veterans. It
Right.
went very well. Next year, 5 veterans. It's free. The entire week is for free.
Nice.
You'll be put up at my timeshare in Panama City. You will be diving with Panama City Diving. My fraternity brother from college. He's the owner operator of the shop, and we are going to be doing Discover Scuba for 5 veterans free of charge, or courtesy of TSP.
Is this a basic
Can I put you on the list?
class or something that
Yeah, by all means.
All right, you're on the list. I've got one more.
Yeah.
I've got
I'm
one more
comfortable in the
spot
water.
open.
what is this, like a basic class that you're taking them to teach them,
It's
or
it's a discover it's basically it's a discovery scuba class. So you get all your gear, but you're only in 10 feet. So they teach you the sheer
yeah,
basics of diving. And if you like it, you actually have the opportunity to use your GI Bill, if you have any left, to go for open water, advanced open water, rescue diver, technical diver.
Mhm.
And what happens is that this dive shop, you pay up front for the dive, for like learning how to like get your open water certification. You take that and you mail it back to the VA. They will reimburse you if you have any GI Bill left, which, by the way, do you have any GI Bill left?
Some.
Oh, well, dude, you could go all the way to rescue diver if you have a ton.
I don't have a ton.
How much you got? Like a month?
I probably have about a third left.
Dude, you can get open water and advanced with just that stuff. I'm gonna send you a couple links to see if you want to get started. And if you want to go diving anytime and you're bored, let me know because I will drive our asses down there to Panama City.
Nice.
How many hours does it take to do the open water?
It's 3 days in the pool, and then it's you have to do after 3 days in the pool, you have to do 3 open water dives. So 1, 2, 3, bam, 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 and you have to do all of the 24 different there are 24 techniques that you have to show the instructor that you know how to do to get that certificate. Like for once, clearing your mask while you're underwater,
Right.
or take your mask off underwater while you're breathing, put it back on and clear it. Or take the regulator out of your mouth, hold it out here, blow bubbles for 5 seconds, put it in, purge it, and continue breathing. It's very, very, very simple. If I can do it,
How do you clear your mask?
you basically you press on your forehead right here in the middle of your mask, and you blow bubbles through your nose, and you put your head up like this,
And it pushes everything out.
and it pushes everything out like that.
Interesting.
I mean, we just well, Keith, sorry, we
No,
just
you're good.
we had a guest on our show, one of my Marines, and he is a dive instructor in North Carolina, and it just got me thinking of asking if people dive on our show, because diving is very, very therapeutic for us PTSD people,
Right.
because when you're down there, there's no sound, hardly any. Dude, you're like concentrating on your breathing. It's deep, shallow breaths. It's very meditative. It's very calm. And basically, the number one rule, looky, no touchy. Okay. So if you see a shark, don't fucking go touch it. Okay. Don't fuck with it.
That sounds like a dare.
Yeah.
It's funny because the last time I dove, which was like a year ago, um, before this last time. So I went down 75 feet on the Red Sea Tug, which is a great dive in Panama City. Visibility was like 45. It
Right.
was like 72 degrees. It was awesome. So I go down and I'm going through the Red Sea Tug because they had this open door. And I go through and my tank hits the ceiling. And I'm like, shit. So I get out and I'm like, my tank is all the way at my ass. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I'm neutrally buoyant, like, so you're not going up and you're not going down. So I'm just hovering. And so I take off all my gear. I still got my regulator in my mouth. Take off my gear, and I'm in the water like this, just sitting like a meditative yoga guy. And I take my BCD off, and I'm like, what's wrong? My strap had come loose.
Right.
So I fucking, I got my tank on my knee. I redid the strap, put my shit back on, and I continued the dive. When I got done, my dive master was like, "Hey Andrew, did you happen to see that 6 foot shark fucking like 3 feet from you?" I'm like, "No, no, I did not. No, I was too concentrating. I was concentrating to get on my shit." And but if I had seen that, I would have probably fucking shat my pants.
Yeah. Throw a little chum in the water.
A little brown chum in the water.
Yeah. I mostly need it for maintaining my swimming pools.
Oh, you have a pool.
That's for
Very
the
nice.
apartments. For the apartments. So
Okay.
I'm a part of my duties as a maintenance guy is to maintain the pools,
Oh,
chemical
dude,
levels, and all that kind of stuff.
in 9 feet, you could be down there for you could be down there for 2 hours with 900 psi. You
Yeah.
could be down there for 2 hours. I mean, it'd be awesome. That
Yeah.
would be fucking fantastic for you.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
Do you have any cool stories from Ramadi or from Baghdad or where was your third place in Iraq?
Gozalia.
Gazaria. Do you have any cool stories from any of those places?
Well, Ramadi, we got into a couple indirect firefights as they were sending rockets in. We were sending 155s back out. That was kind of fun. You know where the glass factory is out there on the other side of Shark Base? So you know what I'm
Oh my
talking about right
God,
there?
dude, I was just talking about the glass factory with one of my guys today. Holy shit.
Yep. So a couple guys, we were on the what is it? Ogden? That's Ogden Gate right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The other one was Trooper across the post.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ogden Gate was right there. So we had somebody had told us that some Glocks had been just like dropped off out in the glass factory because somebody was trying to get rid of them or something. So we went looking for a couple of those. Never found anything. But it was fun just getting out there and exploring and stuff. And we weren't really supposed to be doing that, but oh well.
Hey, now that I got this, what's the max range of what did you fire? 777s, 155, what did you do?
We was on the 109, the Paladin.
109. What's the max range?
I want to say 25 miles, but
Holy
well,
shit.
that's with a rocket assisted projectile, so a wraparound, right? But I could be off on that. That's like 15 years ago.
Did you ever use a 777? Because those are like the new guys coming into town, right?
Yeah, no, I hadn't touched those. Those were coming in as I was leaving. I think those were coming into service as I was in Kuwait with triple canopy.
Is that supposed to be like 777s were supposed to be man portable or some shit like that?
They are not man portable.
Okay, that's okay. All right,
That,
that's
that is its
E3.
own piece of equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, there is nothing in artillery that is really man portable.
And how many in a fire team?
On a gun crew
Gun
for
crews. Gun crew. Sorry, gun crew.
no, you're good. For the 109, it's a 4-man team. So you have your NCO there, and he's what you call the chief of the gun. Then you have your ammunition guy or your loader, and then you have your gunner, which is the assistant to the chief,
Okay.
and he helps to load powders, set fuses, that kind of thing. And then you have the driver of the actual Paladin itself.
Were
So,
you now? How far out from Camp Ramadi were the guns?
well, we had two platoons. One platoon was actually over at Lake Habanaya, where they were providing more indirect fire support out there. We were actually on Camp Ramadi
Okay.
itself, providing fire support from the base.
Wow, dude, I got to tell you, I got NJP'd in one of those bases, and I actually had to. One of my punishments was I had to clean the porter shitters
Mm-hmm.
in on that camp.
Yeah.
So not fun, not at all. But yes, I was an E2 twice, E3 twice, E4 once.
Now, I'm not going to say I was involved in this story that's coming up, nor am I going to say I was actually there.
Hearsay.
It's it's a hearsay rumor that on the Ogden Gate there was a tower that looked out over the city. So as you were leaving, the tower would be up on your right hand side. Yep.
Right over
So
here.
yep, right over there. And so then a few kilometers out was the actual city line itself. And a couple of bored troopers got bored one night pulling guard duty in this tower, and decided that there's a saw right there that really hadn't been fired in a while, and that thing needed some exercise. Now again, I'm not claiming action in this. I'm not saying I was participating. But anyway, so then right there, just in the middle of the night when everybody's kind of on guard duty, but nobody's actually fully alert because it's in the middle of the night. A saw just opens up out of this tower and starts like spraying a rock down. And then that Ogden Recon had their little building set up just off to the side there, away from the gate. And so then they started engaging with their 50 cal, following the tracers of the saw, and they started lighting off star clusters and flares and everything else. And it turned into a big 4th of July party shooting like in the dirt.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Now, you guys, when you were there in 0405, was Camp Corregidor there as well?
No,
So
it wasn't.
all the way, like, I mean, here's Camp Ramadi,
Right.
all the way. They weren't there.
No.
Okay.
Now, that's Route Irish, or is that MSR Irish that runs through there, or was that Michigan?
You've got Nova, you've got Michigan,
Yeah.
MSR Michigan, Flake, right
Yeah.
here. MSR Michigan, right here. You've got a Lollipop, you've got the shit. OP Haria, OPVA, ECP, 295, Firecracker, Snake Pit, North ECP, OP Hawk, OP South House,
Yeah.
OP.
That's quite a bit more built up than what I had.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was, but hey, you went there. You were there before. You were there before us. You were before. You were there before the guy Scott Husing wrote Echo and Ramadi, which
Mm.
we've had him on the show too.
Yes.
And he wrote. That's a best-selling author, and he wrote that book after you and I had both been to hell on earth because that shit was fucking. I can't imagine what it was like in 04 or 05 because 06 was really bad. I can't
Mm.
imagine what you guys went through.
Well, we had an additional duty later on in that tour where we would drive trucks out to a few checkpoints going along MSR Michigan, and there was a little section past there where we would take some pot shots because it was across a canal.
Yeah.
And this canal, and it's just that black crap water, right? And it's all full of reeds and everything else, and there's a lot of vegetation in there, which most people don't realize being in the desert that there's actually vegetation. But
Oh
this stuff,
yeah.
this stuff was growing up in like 8 inches of like sewage water.
Oh dude, we had SEAL Team 3 was there. They were the ones at Shark Base in 06, and those guys would run. They'd run silent and run fast on those on the Euphrates or Tigris or whatever the hell river it is. I
I
mean
think
they,
it was, yeah,
huh?
it was the Euphrates.
Euphrates. Thank you. Um, yeah, I know, dude. We were in the cradle. We were in the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia,
Yep.
like the land between the two waters. And I didn't really care about that until after the fact because I was like, oh shit, we were there when fucking like God was created, like when the whole earth was created, all people were created right here.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
crazy.
strong possibility we walked where saints have trod.
We probably, yeah. I mean, shit, I should have died like 6 times, and I am still here. Thank God.
There's this one time at that canal that we were talking about
Yeah,
where we were taking some pot shots from that region, but we couldn't see anything. So we're a small unit at this time, with a couple trucks with 10 guys or so, and we got the bright idea that we wanted to try to burn some of this vegetation out, just so we could have a better view of what was happening. Well, it turns out that reeds about an inch thick or so don't burn so well when they're still standing in 8 inches of water. So we poured some diesel fuel on them, chucked on a rag. It didn't really do much because it's diesel. Um, and so, well, okay, so we didn't have more diesel, so we went down to a local benzene station, which was just outside of Trooper Gate. And we filled our jugs up with the benzene, and we took it back down there and splashed some of that on there and threw on a lit rag. And whoosh, big fireball, right? Roared down the canal. Maybe singed the reeds a little bit.
Jesus.
So we went back for another run of the benzene, and we went back to the canal, and we were starting to pour it on there, and I've got a jug, and I'm down the embankment, and all of a sudden I hear people yell, "Get it!" Oh well, I turned around to look, and somebody had thrown the lit rag upstream, and the benzene fire was rushing towards me as I was holding this nearly 5 gallons of benzene in my hand. So that I just started running back up the embankment. I had to just throw the fuel jug because I wasn't going to try to fight all that weight of flammable gasoline.
Yeah, how with that?
And
Damn.
I just barely make it out of there before that fire reached that spot.
Damn.
That would not have been a fun time.
No.
You're talking trying to run up almost 45-degree embankment, about 10 to 15 feet up, and full kit. And it's just like,
Oh yeah. Hey Keith, what's pick a number between 1 and 10 for me.
7.
Huh?
7.
Every one of our guests picked 7. I guess we haven't done 7 in a long time. Fleek, what do you think?
It's like
Should we do 7?
yeah, it's good. It's like
Okay.
probably 70%. Like last few haven't done it, so
Well, here's your question, man. And we should have explained this to you before, and I totally forgot, so I'm sorry. Number 7, this is part of our like saved rounds. But what advice would you give to someone facing a difficult situation or feeling unsure about their capabilities?
Ask for help, man. Don't be afraid to look stupid.
That's pretty good. Dude, that's an easy. I mean, that's an easy answer to a very, very. Yeah, that's good, man. Wow.
yeah, don't be stupid, Andrew.
Don't be stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. But
I mean,
don't be stupid.
It might be a stupid question. You might get a stupid answer, or you might find out that it really wasn't such a stupid question after all.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
No
Well,
more
hey
to
Keith.
that.
Well, I mean, unless Fleek, do you have any saved rounds for our buddy Keith? Thank you, by the way, for telling your story. It was great to hear, man.
Thanks for
I'm glad to
joining
be able to
us.
be here with you guys.
And I'm assuming I'll see you at Single Tree on the 30th, I believe.
Yeah, unless the hell or high water happens first.
What's going on the 30th at Singletree?
7th at Singletree.
No, wait, no, he's doing the
September 7th.
no, the 30th, I think. He does the meet and greets there or whatever. The
Oh,
veteran.
the
Oh,
veteran.
you're doing the veteran meet and greet.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
it's
probably be there.
I think it's August 3rd. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you in person on the 7th. I will be there with bells on.
Or you can come to the Charlie's veteran meat thing. He gives away
Okay.
free chicken wings.
Hey, those chicken wings that Charlie has are fucking amazing.
They are pretty damn good.
But Keith, thank you so much for telling your story and being open and honest with us and
Yeah, absolutely.
giving us an hour of your time. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, gentlemen.
Hey, would you hold on a second?
Hold on.
This thing uploads after we stop recording.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
See
for
you
coming
guys.
on, man.